Hey everyone, I know it's not Monday again. But I wanted to come on here anyways and let you guys all know a real struggle in my life. So this is Rise from the Ashes with me, Shauna Farragon, as your host. Today I'm going to go into to-do lists and what I have learned about them. So, for me, I am one of those people who I have the to-do list running through my mind all the time. And I feel like it would take more time to write down the items on my to-do list than it takes to actually do any of the items on the to-do list. And it takes away time that I could be working on the to-do list items if I sit down and write them down. However, recently I learned from one of the coaches in my life that we should take the time, even if it's just 5 minutes, to write down our to-do list. All the items that we have going through our mind that we need to get done or we feel like we need to get done. There's a fun trick to this. Once you have written down all of the items that you have on your to-do list in your mind, then you go through that list and you figure out which ones you can get done with one action. Which ones would take you less than 5 minutes to just do and get it off your list? I had quite a few of these items going on in my list, and they just kept staying there because it was not one of my priorities. However, making it a priority and getting it done because it was one of the faster items to get off my list made it so that I had more room in my mind to put other more important things, things that I'm learning or other items that I want to take on, other action steps, other to-do list items. So one of the easy ones was buying a filter for my fridge. It started out that I needed a hose to hook my fridge to the wall so that we could have water coming through our fridge. That took over 2 years, I believe, officially, to get the hose. And even that, I didn't go get the hose. Someone else went and got the hose. However, it ended up being the wrong one, so I ended up going to the store and replacing it decently quick. And once I replaced it, we got it hooked up, and that was no longer in my mind as something I needed to do. It did add in, I needed a filter for my fridge. Because once you don't use your filter for a while because you haven't had it plugged into a water source, you need to replace that filter so you don't end up with gross water coming out. I think it was at least 3 months for me to finally go to the store and buy a filter and plug it in. Yes, I needed my husband's help with that because it was difficult for me to do, but I got a filter. It's plugged into my fridge, and then I ran the water that I was supposed to run through it and dumped the water that I was supposed to dump. I now have a working fridge water dispenser, which is amazing for me because I drink a lot of water, and trying to fill up the Brita filter container, it was tiresome, always having to fill it up, and then you have to wait for it to drop into the container for you to fill up your glass, and if it got empty, it took even longer for me to get a drink of water, and then I would end up putting something else in me even though my body was asking for water. So, we got that fixed. There's one item that had been taking up space in my mind for over 2 years, and it's done. And now I have space to take in information that I want to learn. Another item on my to-do list, we got some dogs. Started with one dog, and I decided I need to go get him a water bowl, the gravity water bowl. And then I was thinking about getting him a gravity dog food bowl, and I hadn't done it, and it just sat in my mind every time I went to the store. No, this isn't the right store to get one at. Or, oh, I wonder what their prices are like so I could plan it out. I don't really want to pick one up though. And this kept going. And we ended up getting our second dog, and I'm glad I didn't go buy the gravity feeder and the gravity water bowl yet because they had some issues where they were growling at each other at the beginning when it came to their food bowls. So we had them separated. and I worked with them on it, and they got better. There's still an occasional growl here or there. However, they're really good at sharing now. So rather than keeping this item on my to-do list of, I need to go get gravity bowls for the dog's food and water, I was at the store and I was getting other things that were on my to-do list, like the actual face wash that my daughter wanted instead of the one that she was using, and shampoo and conditioner to replace the one that ran out, so we weren't sharing anymore. And I was just going through my to-do list of items that I was like, okay, I keep having this in my mind, let's get it off my mind. And I decided, you know what, while I'm here, let's go relook at those gravity bowls and see if they're the ones that I could handle being in my house. So I went and looked and decided, yep, let's go ahead and pick these up. And while I was picking those up, I decided to get them some to-go bowls as well, because we take them basically everywhere we go. So we need bowls for them to have their food and water in case we're there longer hours, and it's time for them to eat, and they always want water. And so I got all of these items and my mind felt freer. I no longer had all of these items sitting in my mind with the, I need to do this and I need to do that. One day I need to do this. One day I need to do that. Instead, I got them done, which helped me make more room yet again to take in the knowledge that I'm trying to learn and to continue to focus on the new things that I'm trying to build and create in my business as well as in my life. And so that's my suggestion to everyone else, to do the same thing. Go through your to-do list, figure out the items that you just aren't doing because they're not a priority, but if you do them, they're quicker to get off your list. I'm not saying to change your priorities. I'm just saying make it be a thing that you make more room in your mind to create and to process and to learn, and just extra space in your mind for all of the good things that are coming in by getting rid of the things that don't need to be there anymore. I'm hoping this helps some of you. I know it helps me every time I follow this line of logic, that get the things done that can get done fast, just to get them off your mind. It does not mean that I don't do the other things as well, because I'm still working on the other things, but it really helps to check things off of my to-do list. So hopefully this will help you also check things off of your to-do list. And now I would not be doing anyone a favor if I did not offer you guys the invitation to the retreat that I'm hosting. And yes, it does have to do with the to-do list as well, because that is a way of setting boundaries in your life that maybe you haven't made the priority to set. So the retreat that I'm hosting this November, the 12th through the 15th, it's happening in southern Utah. Looking forward to warmer weather compared to what we're going to have up north. But we're going to be going over setting a clean, stable foundation for your life that you can then build on. And I'm going to give you the steps that you need to take into your life, where it's setting boundaries that you can keep and hold strong to, have the confidence to stand up to the people who normally just railroad over your boundaries, and teach you how to set those with those people so that they are understanding of what you're doing. And that way they're set with compassion. So you don't have to feel like you're being a complete jerk to these people because you're setting these boundaries for yourself. Rather, you're letting them know what you're doing so that they can understand this is where you're at. This is what you want your relationship with them to look like. And this is how you're going to move forward. I'm hoping everyone that is needing this or wanting this in their life will be able to join us at this retreat. For more information, definitely jump on my website. It is Rise from the Ashes. That is ASHIS.com. You can also find me on Facebook under that same name, as well as Instagram. So if you want more information, definitely reach out to me, message me, email me, however you need to contact me to get the more information that you are desiring regarding this retreat and how to get the most out of it and how to sign up for it, how to be a part of it, definitely reach out. And I will see you all next time. Have a wonderful day.